Okay, so hello, good afternoon, everyone. Hope all are doing good. So today I'm discuss another talk with AI technology. So yes, I'm happy and I'm doing well. The recent advancement in technological changes. Okay. The recent advancement in technological change and technological perspective is happening, and there are a lot of people, uh, there are a lot of organizations doing something. So, so uh, I'm particularly curious about how things are in understanding images, videos, and text. So I mean, when when I think about text, naturally that we need to talk about LLMs also. So I think I think that um, the the models are becoming common to train with a large amount of data. Uh, with We can see the general use of them, which is generating text, and more more importantly, they can analyze the unstructured data, and I mean that is the basics of LLMs, that what we see. Other than that, I think uh, I mean there are variety of applications of LLMs also. It is like chatbot, we can think of about that. Okay, I mean, other than that, it is in research discovery, because what I like about LLMs and understanding those LLMs is research avenues, that how to create a research. Okay, so uh, there are various ways to understand a text, to refine the text, and to understand that how we can create an impact out of the text. So I mean, whether it is generative AI documents, talking to PDF, extracting data, or doing things, right? So I mean, we have the custom, technologies and custom flows, where we can see that we can do that in the environment. I mean, we have tools. I mean, in cloud environment, we can deploy particular model and LLM model, and we can think about that, right? So I mean, uh, essentially what happened, that we need to train the custom LLMs powered by AI technology, such as natural language processing, generative AI, and text and speech recognition. Contact center AI offers a contact center as a service solution that helps build contact center from the ground up. Okay, I'm reading one of the text uh, from Google only. So uh, I mean, Google have one model, that is Gemini with Vertex AI. So I see that only. Uh, I mean, uh, okay. I mean, one another thing that I mean the that maybe I mean it is like Google have released some predefined models related to coding, imagine, and chirp also. So I need to talk a little about them. I mean, okay, it is code model review. Uh, okay, so I mean, code generation is a one part of that. Code chat API, code completion API, and code completion, code generation, documentation in comments. I'm telling you all the use cases of these models. I mean, I don't think so that language barrier, because now it is very clear that in whatever language you can think about it. LLM application can be developed. It is vice versa. So uh, I'm talking about a programming language. So whether you are coded in C programming or maybe Go, Fortran, Python or Java or Dart, Excel, CSS, HTML, JavaScript, Kotlin, Objective C, R, Ruby, Scala, Swift, TypeScript, XML, YAML. Okay, so you can think of that and eventually uh, create code with the chat promotes. Code completion prompts are also thrown by these models. I mean, naturally, through that code generation prompts are also there, and streaming response from a model. I mean, streaming response is, maybe, the pattern of understanding the rhythmic flow of that particular code which you are writing. I mean, this may be okay. Yes. The Vertex AI LLMs use the following REST API with server sent event and Vertex AI REST API. Okay, so I'm basically outline this broad use of understanding that how we can understand LLMs and what's the basic use of this use cases of for these models. Uh, Other than that, I think I think that network architecture help in understanding these models by itself, and these models can develop an understanding of itself to have patterns what humans follow and what humans think about it. When I see the search as a reinforcement element, so naturally that search by itself refine itself. When the LLM, when tokenization and embedding, we think about embedding and tokenization, then then naturally the process of understanding words and sentences and part of semantics of that particular or maybe context of that particular word or meaning or sentences is about understanding the knowledge of how we can interrupt and how we want to understand that particular thing. So naturally that after repeated attempts or after repeated refinement of me, you can say that it is a fine tuning. Fine tuning maybe a long word you cannot say, but it is just a part and parcel of understanding. Not a part and parcel, but about understanding that how we can consider text and how we can think about text when we generating new text and when we analyzing the previous text or vice versa. Because naturally what LLMs can do is gathering of information and providing the information on site, right? So naturally it's a process. It's a complex process of understanding information, retrieving information, interpreting information, and providing information as per the prompt. uh, I mean chatbot is a single application where we can anyone can think about that, because naturally that what happens that we when we understand what chatbots is someone I am talking and someone knows what I am talking and what I'm about to talk. Or maybe what I'm supposed to talk, or or whether it serves me before what I can think about that. Uh, so this is a part of understanding text, understanding the usability of the person, which is me in my case, or maybe in other cases. But essential attribute is same. So I mean, uh, I mean, what I understand is you know, in sentence completion also, I mean, it's a complex task. I mean, when I talk about sentence completion, then naturally it is a complex task, because uh, uh, you know, the basics of understanding human mind is that when I talk about LLM, so what happened that there is some repetition of words, so there is some repetition of understanding those words, or I'm using in my daily life. So what happened that there may be a factor where you know, this conversation can be done, and when I'm typing, so some words are already there, right? So when I'm typing fast, or when I'm typing small, the message convey, but I mean, within 3 to 4 seconds, I mean, everybody knows. I mean, so uh, the sentence and understanding of the sentence are from the previous history, because when we have repeated talks, whether in any kind of enterprise applications like WhatsApp or anyone, okay, so natural understanding is that text anomaly and text repetition and text understanding and text repetition shows that when we understand text, and when we analyze text, then we can present then we can also regenerate the text. Okay, so I mean, then that is what these chatbots do, that they refine the text, they refine the search, they refine the prompts, and they improve their prompts with an understanding of you know, the user requirement. I mean, training data is also important. What I think that about training data is 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 is, is again a fundamental for any kind of model when we think about that. So I mean, natural feature extraction can be done in training data. So yes, it can be done, and it can be done. I mean, for the large language model, it may be possible that you know, we need a different level of training data to understand that, and to recognize that how we can do that, right? So uh, I mean, this is one part where where we can think about LLMs and execution of LLMs in real life scenarios. Okay, I mean, previously I've shared you know, impact of Google. So I mean, yeah, the Google models. I mean, I have example of IBM also. Okay, so I mean, there are a lot of use cases. I mean, text generation is one, content summarization, AI assistant, code generation, sentiment analysis, language translation. Uh, I mean, we have achieved accuracy in our model development. So over the period of time, we have improved that accuracy. We can become with that accuracy. We can become better with that accuracy. Sentiment analysis is becoming part of that. So, and code generation and building application become easier. I mean, that also depend upon the stacks, that which model you are taking for your businesses, and what type of functionality and what type of people you have. So I mean, how much automation you needed, and how much expertise of understanding information are in that model, and you know, that may require, that may require understanding developers minds, or understanding the requirement of model that which fits. Okay, so this is code generation 1. Chatbots that answer customer queries, perform backend tasks, and provide detailed information. Natural language is a part of integrated self-serve. Okay, so this is how it is. I mean, uh, I mean, IBM has IBM Watson X Assistance, IBM Watson X Orchestra, Trait. Okay, so I mean these models are already there, uh, and they are common. I mean, recent model that I build, what I see, that RAG application can be created for PDF documents using this model, right? So I mean, RAG application can be created from the large models, which is very much common. Okay, so I mean, information retrieval capabilities is different from understanding information. I mean, we need to create a pool of information, that we have to retrieve that information whatever as per the requirement, right? So I mean, naturally, that we have to optimize that information in such a way so that the correct and right information at the right time we can deliver that, right? So that is one thing. Okay, I mean, input query and contextual summarization is important, because I mean, it is very much fundamental to understand that contextual relevant information is important. So I mean, so sorry. So I mean, this is how it is that RAG is a process of optimizing the output of large language models, so it reference an authoritative knowledge base outside of its training data source before generating a response. The LLMs are trained on vast volumes of data and billions of parameters to generate original output from tasks like answering questions, translating languages, and completing sentences. Okay, so this is that particular term. Uh, okay, so yeah, so I got I mean, typical architecture, that prompt plus query, then query search relevant information, then knowledge source, we have to get relevant information from the knowledge source, then relevant information for enhanced context, then generate then prompt plus query. I mean, first of all, it is prompt plus query, then it goes to the knowledge source, refine their search for enhanced contextual relatability, that whether the particular text related to particular context or not, or trying to find the context within their databases. Then prompt request plus query, then large language model, then generate text response again back to the computer. So this is simpler and common. I mean, this is simpler and common. Okay, I mean, today I have discussed this only. I mean, another thing that I have found out, that build a LangChain RAG application for PDF document using the Llama 3.1, 405 billion parameters in Watson X AI. So I mean, yes, LangChain is an open source framework that provides developers with building block necessary to work with large language models. Students also have to read learning how to build with LLMs with a flexible and versatile environment to experiment. Create and record an IBM Cloud API key. Log in, and you can create a project out of that. So again, I mean, I will show the project also, and I mean, naturally we will discuss the basics of LLMs and how the evaluation of LLMs can be done. So I mean, again, one more application that I've discussed today is computer vision. It is close to my heart. I mean, because I've read a lot of research paper on this particular applications, and there are a lot of other things also which is happening. A lot of organization already working from so long to this particular application related to a vision and understanding of vision. I mean, after that, I think what I understand that I will discuss a spatial location, or maybe sound, spatial sound. I mean, spatial sound, you can say, or maybe understanding sound with AI. So yes, so computer vision is a field of a field that focus on enabling computers to identify and understand object, people, and images and videos. Naturally, what we can find out from computer vision is objects. Okay, the design of I mean, the wide use are there: object classification, object identification, object tracking, optical character recognition is one. Content organization, text extraction, augmented reality, autonomous vehicle, healthcare, right? Face recognition is also an technique which can be served from this. So here it is a clear model. What's the custom model of Azure? So what it provides that dashboard where we can configure and understand. Uh, it can be used for tracking. It can be used for variety of purposes. It depends on how you want to use it, but it's a useful application. So I mean, vision is another one which makes me excited so much about the code, that how vision can computer vision can implement those codes in understanding the real life objects and real life understanding uh, of objects, and implementation of those objects to find out what we want and what anyone wants. So yes, I mean, runs your model, and wherever you need them according to your unique scenario and environment. Easily export your trained model to device or countries from loaded test scenarios. Simply, it is useful because I mean, real-time objects are hard to encrypt. I mean, hard to encrypt in understanding of how we can understand real-time objects, and how we can interpret real-time objects is again the understanding of the complexity of the real world, maybe what I think. But I mean, when there is an aggregation, or when there is an understanding of how things work or how technology works, we can find a ways from computer vision to help us out. I've seen that manual coding and manual automation is too much in this domain, because we need to understand the criteria of businesses, that what they really want and how they really want to implement the solution of computer vision, especially understanding about their requirement and their way of thinking, that what they want and how they want it. Okay, so I mean, the better opportunities are here, better opportunities are here to to understand the medium of you know to communicate with vision. So I mean, the what's the most important thing is the training model, because I mean, with your custom data set or with your lot of data set, because if you have the work which is repetitive, because large organizations are more or less doing the same thing, so you have to be import the database, and you have to be train the model in such a way so that I mean, it's easy for the processes to run, and things to done. I mean, it is possible from the computer vision techniques. I mean, I am at this stage. I'm also praise. I'm also very happy about the cloud environment platforms, which helps a lot. I mean, I'm not imagining and I'm not thinking about that with that dashboard creation and observation of this information and objects anyway to 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 foster anything or to find any 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 other thing. So naturally it is very important to have the application environment, dashboard environment, so that we can do that, and we can find the particular objects or maybe create a model. So I mean, Azure is one, Google Cloud is two, another, and there are also one cloud, that is AWS, right? So they helps a lot because you can create your custom models within the framework. You can create your custom models within the predefined framework. You can decide the criterias, you can edit the criterias, and you can also frame new criterias according to your requirement, and the frame the solution what you have in your mind. I mean, as a business user, so that is important, and that is very important that we can think about the innovative solutions to the real life world problem that we face. Computer vision helps. Computer vision always helps. I mean, we have custom, so their availability is for the reasons and for how we want to use that. We will discuss the use cases of this. Uh, Naturally, what I think that autonomous vehicle is very common, healthcare is common, manufacturing is common, retail is common, security is common, sports is common, agriculture is common, wildlife common, augmented reality. Okay, I mean, AR is new and AR is exciting also because big tech is implementing AR solutions. So I mean, I'm pretty much impressed with those things, and I think that it has larger implications. Waste management is one another thing. Mapping symmetries can be used to get digital map symmetry help you locate graves. I mean, mapping symmetries is a new word that coming by that's also important to understand that. That is also important to understand that we can find out the particular grave or maybe something else. Okay, so computer vision applications might have field conditions that make crop disease, check soil moisture, and predict weather and crop yields. So these are some common uses of computer vision. Okay, so I have discussed a lot of things today related to LLMs and computer vision. So I'm very happy because recent advancements has give me an opportunity to understand technology more deeply. So yes, I have discussed two avenues. Other than that, other applications are also there, and we can think about that. Anyone can think about that. The solution-oriented environment is there in the tech where we can find the newer solution to the problems that we have faced in our real life. Uh, I don't think so that the global environment architecture to influence the software architecture or maybe to understand the software architecture may have or may not have that impact in understanding these tools or AI architecture at scale. But they are useful though, because I mean some applications which I am talking about, maybe the applications which are built with the traditional languages, which is, all those languages are already there. So So when I think about those language creations and how these language creations happen and how we can impact those language creations to create a custom, unique, unique, complex model of applications. I mean, they are largely unaffected, but they are useful. I mean, they're interesting to see that we can create, custom information. We can create those complex models with the application development also. Okay, languages helps if you understand languages and the hardware intervention with the languages, or maybe um, the way languages form and the way we can interact with the hardware to perform our functionality with the languages. With the help of languages, we can develop those applications. Okay, so I mean, I'm throwing my light about application development using traditional sense. So and model I think modern applications also can be developed. So writing code, I'm not too much familiar with understanding about because now the tool environment is there. So we can develop a lot of tool environment, and we can decentralize that functionality in understanding application development more easily. So I've been doing a lot of certification in understanding application development nowadays, because I don't have anything to do. I mean, to an extent that most of the time I'm free and exploring something. So I mean, a replica of the production environment that helps identify and fix bugs before software is uploaded. Selenium and Unit can be used to automate testing. I mean, there are a lot of tools. I mean, essentially, the compiler is there, and where we can think about application development and the reaction of this application development in the console, right? So, so I mean, that is the best environment in which we understand that how we can develop complex application according to the client requirement. So, I mean that is also a factor where we can understand a lot of other things. I mean, Windows can do a lot of work on the direction from last decades to decades of previous decades. So I mean, naturally it is there in our usual parlance also. Yes. I mean, traditional languages like .NET helps with web applications. Yes. Other than that, I mean, when I talk about application development, also different type of application development. So I mean, web application is one, PC application is another. So custom app, web apps, low code apps, and other apps, right? So there are different things. So I'm curious about that. I will post more. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much.